Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be an 80-minute, probably more towards a level 3 class. So this is more of a strength building drill based class. We do flow a little bit, but it's almost more of like a Pilates props based class. So today I'm using sliders. You could use paper plates, you could use socks, you could use whatever you can on your floor. Depends what your floor is made of and what will slide. I'm also using bands. So you totally can do this whole class without using bands. I mostly remember to give cues without bands, but if I don't, it should make sense and you can just do the movement without a band and that will totally be fine. If you are using a band, I'm using these big loop bands because I like them. If you don't have them, if you've got like the flat bands, that's also totally fine. You can just tie it into a loop around whatever surface you've got. I'm using different heights, so mostly like a height that if I was standing, I could put the band around my leg, and then a low anchor so that I could have it around my feet. There is one where it's a little bit higher at chest height, but if you don't have that, don't panic. You could also use something that's a little bit lower, or like I said, I will give you cues for not using a band at all. I will say that in this class, it's a little bit choppy in some places just because it didn't necessarily flow quite how I wanted it to. And as always, there's just disasters with trying to get your mat out of the way and there's sweat everywhere and things aren't working. So please just bear with me. It's not too bad, but I do apologize in advance. It wasn't quite as smooth as what I wanted it to be, but I hope that you enjoy it anyway. If you do enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to hear from you. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comment section below. I think I just said that. We are going to get started today with sun salutations at the top of the mat. Starting at the top of your mat in Tadasana, ground down evenly through both feet. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees generously. Start to drop the tail towards the floor as you roll all the way up the spine. Just one more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, generous bend in the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Exhale, generous bend in the knees. Drop the tail, ragdoll yourself all the way up to standing. Surya Namaskar. We'll take it slow the first time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank pose. We're going to hold this first high plank for several rounds of breath. Engage through the legs, neutral through the spine. Make sure your head's not falling towards the floor. And then you're going to shift forward, lower the knees if you need to. We're coming all the way down to the belly through your chaturanga. Untuck the toes on your next inhale, peel the chest up, slide the elbows back, baby cobra. And then as you exhale, lower down. We've got 4 more here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale, bring it down. I'm in a constant battle with my fan because it's never close enough. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. You've got 1 more. Tuck under the toes, lift the knees if you can. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, elbows hug the body, come back to your high plank pose. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Look towards the top of the mat, step, walk or float the feet to the back of the wrists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float to chaturanga. Pause at the bottom. Inhale, cobra, up dog, or straight back to plank. Exhale, option for a second chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Bend the knees, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, your vinyasa. And 2 more rounds like that. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Last round. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. You stay at the top of your mat. I'm just getting into the line of my fan so I don't die of heat stroke. Relax, shoulders away from the ears. Make sure all 10 of your toes are down. Take 3 more breaths. One more inhale here. On your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float through your vinyasa. Remember, you can always skip them. Step the right leg forward. We're coming up for crescent lunge as you inhale. Draw the right hip crease back. Gentle bend in the back knee to neutralize through the pelvis. Once again, you're reaching from the rib cage, not from the shoulders coming up to the ears. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, you're coming into a twisted crescent. Send the right arm back, the left arm forward. Don't bring the hips with you. So the hips both stay facing forward. It's like your rib cage is rotating to the right along the axis of your spine. On your next inhale, you're going to open all the way up, warrior 2. Heel to arch alignment, make sure you can see your right big toe and make sure you're not leaning your torso way forward or way back. Your shoulders are directly above your hips, as much to your ability as you can. Flip the front palm on your next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Option to keep that right leg floating. Left leg will step to the top of the mat. Inhale, come up for your crescent on the second side. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, twist to the left. Left hip stays facing the way it was. You're just rotating the rib cage back towards the left. Make sure as you twist that that left knee doesn't collapse to the midline. On your next inhale, open it all the way up, warrior two. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. That's going to be our Surya B. We'll take it to the breath. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, open all the way up, warrior three. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Whoops. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale all the way to warrior two. Exhale here. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, cartwheel flow through. We're going to do that twice more. We're going to leave out the reverse warrior. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, vinyasa. Right leg will step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, warrior two. This time as you exhale, straight through your vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, vinyasa. Step, walk, or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, press to stand. Move your mat out of the way if you're using a mat, and you're going to grab your sliders. So you're going to come up to the top of your space. We're going to take our sun salutations, but using our sliders. So we'll start with Surya A. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, you're going to slide your feet back all the way into chaturanga. Inhale, you could slide into up dog or just back to plank. Exhale, option for that second chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Listen carefully as you exhale, pike the hips, draw the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slide back all the way into your chaturanga. Inhale, take your vinyasa. Option for that second chaturanga. We meet in plank, and then as you exhale, drag the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. We're going to do 4 more rounds. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Whoops. Sweat hand sliders are not working. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You take whatever vinyasa you want there. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide back. My feet are sliding off the sliders and my sliders are getting stuck on my sweat on the tiles. Oh, this is a good combination. Take it through your vinyasa, and then as you exhale, drag those feet all the way up to the top of the mat. I'm going to switch them to the noisy side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. We've got 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Oh, that's better. Exhale, draw it to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. 1 more round. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Come all the way up to the top of the mat. Ditch your left slider. We're going single leg. So as you inhale, come all the way up to standing on the right leg, left knee to chest. And then as you exhale, standing splits. Inhale, halfway lift in your standing splits. And then as you exhale, you're going to slide the right leg back into your chaturanga. Inhale, option to come to up dog or back to plank. Exhale, option for that second chaturanga. Inhale, everybody plank. Exhale, bend the knees if you need to. Keep it straight if you can. Bring the right foot back to the top of the mat. Inhale, standing split, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, come all the way to stand on that right leg, left knee to the chest. Exhale, fold into your standing split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide back. Take it through your vinyasa. Slide the right foot forward as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So your left leg's still really strong here. Inhale, draw the left knee all the way into the chest. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Exhale, draw it to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand. We're going to do 1 more on this side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide it back. Slide it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand on the left leg. And then as you exhale, set the left foot down. Find the slider under your left foot. Inhale, right knee to chest, come all the way to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, you can always skip chaturangas if you need. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide back, your vinyasa. Exhale, slide to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right knee to chest. We've got 3 more rounds. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide back. On your next exhale, slide forward. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Exhale to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing on the left leg. One more round. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it through. Exhale, slide to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Find both of your feet on the sliders. Yeet. Inhale, come into your chair pose. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the height of your shoulders. You're going to keep them here or take them to your hips. Take an inhale. You're going to slide the right leg back into a lunge. And then as you exhale, slide it forward into a chair. Inhale, slide the left leg back into a lunge. Exhale, slide it forward into a chair. So nothing really changes much in my torso. I'm still hinging back at my hips as I slide the legs. I'm really engaging through my glutes to make sure that, to the best of my ability, my knees are tracking in line with my toes. And take 3 more on each side. You're going to keep the chair pose, keep facing the front. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. Keep those hands out in front of you. Take an inhale. This time, exhale, sorry. As you inhale, you're going to slide the right leg out to the side. Don't let that left knee collapse in. Keep the left knee where it is. You're just going to slide that right leg out into a lunge. And then as you exhale, bring it back into your chair. Inhale, you're going to slide the left leg out. Sink the right hip back into a lateral lunge. And then as you exhale, draw it back into your chair. Your hips stay low the whole time. When you come into that lateral lunge, it's like someone's pressing your left hip crease back and your torso comes forward, so your spine stays neutral. Slide it over to the left as you inhale. Exhale, use your inner thigh to pull you back in. Inhale, slide the right leg out to the right. I don't have enough space. And then exhale, slide it back in. And then inhale, slide your left leg off to the left. Exhale it back in. We're going to take 3 more on each side. Come back to the top of your space. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, take it back through your vinyasa or go straight to a downward dog. Ooh, so in your downward dog, make sure that your sliders aren't going to slide away from you. It might have to be a little bit of a shorter downward dog. You're going to come into a plank as you inhale. As you exhale, we're going to take some pikes. So you're going to draw your feet towards the back of your wrists. And then inhale, slide it back out. Exhale, you're using your lats, so your chin up muscles. Think of dragging the heels towards the feet to help pull the feet up. And then inhale, slide it back out. We've got 8 more here. Inhale into your plank. As you exhale, you're going to slide your left leg all the way forward. As you inhale, we're coming up into a crescent lunge. As you exhale, you're going to sweep the arms back, come into a power lunge and drag that right foot forward. So it's like almost like a chair pose. And then inhale, slide the right leg back as you come into a power lunge, arm sweep forward. Exhale, arm sweep back, pull the right leg in. Inhale, arm sweep forward, send the right leg back. We've got 8 more here. Really stabilize through that left leg. Inhale into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, you're going to plant the hands, slide the left foot back to meet the right. We're back in our plank. This time we're going to take mountain climbers. So you're going to slide the right knee in, switch it with the left, switch it with the right, switch it with the left. Speed it up, but keep the pace and keep your shoulders above your wrists. Slow, deep, steady breaths. You do 20 more on each side. You're going to slide that right leg all the way up to the top. Come up into your crescent on this side. Take an inhale. As you exhale, your torso is going to hinge forward. Sweep the arms back as you draw the left knee in. Inhale, keep the torso forward. Arms come forward. Slide the left leg back. Power lunge. Exhale, arms back. Slide the leg in. Inhale, arms forward. Slide the leg back. 8 more. Should feel this a lot on your standing leg. Last one. Inhale into your crescent, and then as you exhale, come back into your plank pose. We're going to start to add some twists. So keep both feet on your sliders. You're just going to turn both of your heels towards the right. Even weight through the palms. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, slide the feet towards the hands. Inhale, take them back. Exhale, slide in. Inhale, take it back. 8 more. And then come back through your plank. Take it to the other side. Heels slide over to the left. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Take 8 more. So try as much as you can not to just move through your shoulders, so you're not pushing the floor away and drawing it to you with your arms. You're using your abs. 2 more. Come back into your plank pose. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, pike yourself all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up into chair pose. And then as you exhale, press to stand. We're going to take those sliders off to the side for a little bit. If you're using bands, we're going to start to use the bands a little bit. If you're not using bands, you're going to ignore me. We're going to flow it out and take a couple of surya. Okay, take a bit of flow. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. This heat is literally melting my brain. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Skip it if you don't want it. Right leg steps forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twisted lunge. Stay here. Inhale, hands to heart center. As you exhale, you're going to hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Drop the left knee if you need to. On your next inhale, we're opening all the way into your warrior 2. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then as you exhale, side angle pose. Right hand can come to the inside or the outside of the right leg. You could use a block if you wanted to. Make sure that your right knee isn't collapsing and you're trying to lengthen through both sides of your waist. From here, you're going to take the right hand forward. We're coming up into half moon pose. So straighten out through the right knee, open up the body towards the left side of the mat. Karate chop the sky with the left leg, and then sweep that left arm towards the sky. You're going to square your chest off towards the floor, square your hips, bring the right hand to meet the left at heart center. Option to stay here or option to reach the hands forward for full warrior three. Take another inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, Shiva squat. Bend both knees. Tuck left knee behind the right. Hands can come to heart center or the floor. Exhale. Straighten back out. Warrior three. 4 more. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale. Warrior three. 3 more. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And then as you exhale, plant the hands, big hop to the back of the mat. Take it through your vinyasa or feel free to skip it. Left leg steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, right elbow hooks outside of left knee. On your next inhale, you're opening all the way into your warrior two. Take an exhale here. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. From here, half moon, take the left hand forward to the left corner of your mat. Bring yourself up to balance. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, start to square your hips and your chest towards the floor. Hands come to meet at heart center. Warrior three, you could stay or take those arms out overhead. Reach length through the fingertips and through the sole of the foot. On your next inhale, right knee tucks behind the left, Shiva squat. Exhale, warrior three. 4 more. Plant the hands, take an inhale, and then big hop of the left foot to the back of the mat. Take it through your vinyasa, or as always, feel free to skip it. We're going to flow through that to the breath once, and then we'll start to add in some band work if you're working with it. Look towards the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, elbow meets knee. Inhale, open all the way up to warrior two. As you exhale, side angle pose. Inhale takes you up into your half moon. Exhale brings you into warrior three. Inhale brings you down into a Shiva squat. Exhale back into warrior three. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, big hop back through your vinyasa. I lied. We might actually flow through this twice so we can get a hold of it. Step the left leg forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hook the elbow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, big hop, back of the mat. Take it through your vinyasa. One more time, step, walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float your vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hook the elbow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, big hop to the back of the mat. Vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hook the elbow. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, big hop to the back of the mat. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. If you're using a band, I'm just going to change where mine is so you can see. You're going to put it at about a medium height or a knee height. You're going to step through it, and the band is going to be just below your knees, so on the top of your calves, or it can be just behind your knees if that is comfortable for you. So it's going to feel a little bit strange. You're going to inhale, sit yourself into your chair pose. So you should find that that band allows you to sit up a little bit straighter now. I hope that you can see me here. And then as you exhale, you're slowly going to come to press to stand. Use the band as resistance. You should feel your quads working a lot. Inhale, sit back. Use that band to pull your knees into more flexion. You can sit lower. And then as you exhale, come all the way to stand. We're going to take 8 more of these, really, really slow. Feel your feet on the ground, even weight through inside and outside edge of the foot. One more here. So you should really feel that that worked your quads, the front of your legs. You don't have to move your band. I'm just moving so that it's in a better position. You're going to step one leg in, your closest leg. So I'm stepping my right leg in, and I'm going to face side onto the band. So it's around my upper inner thigh. It can be higher or lower. It just depends where it's comfortable for you. We're going to do some balance drills here. And then we're going to bring in a slider to this as well. So you're going to inhale, step back into your crescent lunge. You want to feel like the band is trying to pull you over towards its anchor point, and you're really fighting to not let it. Take an inhale in your crescent lunge. Your first step would just be to come to a power lunge. Otherwise, as you exhale, you're going to step all the way up into warrior three. I'm a little bit too far away. And then as you inhale, slow control, come back into your crescent. Exhale, slow and controlled up into your warrior three. Inhale, come back into your crescent. I'm going to do 8 more here. And obviously, if you're not doing this with a band, but you want to challenge your balance more, you can stand on something squishy. You could close your eyes. You can change where your gazing point is. You can get someone to push you every now and then. Gently, of course. One more. Come into your crescent lunge, inhale. And then as you exhale, come all the way up to standing. We're going to work the same leg but a different muscle, and then we're going to come back to balance to give that glute a little bit of a break. We're going to work the inner thighs. I'm going to stand on a bit of an angle so you can see me better. You're going to stand in quite a wide stance, almost like a goddess squat, but not quite so wide. You're going to inhale, come down into your squat, and then as you exhale, you're going to stand, pull the right knee in to meet the, pull the right leg in to meet the left. As you inhale, step back out. It's almost like a mini goddess. And then as you exhale, use your inner thigh to bring it back in. You could also do this with the band around the ankle. I just thought so we didn't have to go up and down. We just keep it at the same height. We're going to do 6 more. One more. And then you're going to come back to your standing position. So that band is in the same position. We're coming back to standing on the right leg. So find where you need to be in relation to the anchor point. Left knee comes to the chest. This time we're not going to touch down. You're going to take an inhale. First step, as you exhale, you could come to warrior three. Hands out in front of you. Inhale. Come back up into standing. Everybody's going to take 4 more like this, and then I'm going to give you the option to make it a little bit harder. Okay, so you could stay like that. Otherwise, you can come from knee to chest, bend the right knee. It's like you're going to step back into a crescent lunge, but that left foot is going to float. Try not to let the left hip rotate forward. Send both hips back evenly. And then as you exhale, press all the way up to stand. So it's almost like that Shiva squat, except the leg goes back instead of tucking behind. Inhale. Send that left leg back behind you, either warrior three or floating crescent. Exhale, bring it back up. I can't decide whether the band makes this a little bit easier or harder. I find this exercise is really hard regardless. Wherever you are, we're just going to do 2 more. and then set it down. You are going to come to the other side. So just so you know, we are going to do a really similar sequence again with the band, except we're going to add the slider as well. Fun times for all. So left leg is in the band. Inhale, you're going to come into your crescent lunge. Make sure that you feel like you're a good distance away and that you're aligned with the band. So the band is pretty much, what's that word? It's parallel with the floor. You're not out on a weird diagonal. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, slow control, you're going to come up to warrior three. And then you're going to inhale, come back into your crescent. You're going to do 9 more. One more. And then come all the way up to standing. We're coming into those goddess step-ins. I'm just standing on an angle, so it just works better for my space. You don't have to. Take your stance nice and wide. Inhale, come down into your little mini goddess. And then as you exhale, step the left leg all the way in. Inhale, control it out into your goddess. And then exhale, use your inner thigh, pull it in. 8 more. One more. And then step it back, preparing for that warrior three sequence number 2. Stand on your left leg, take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. As you inhale, you're going to come forward into your warrior three. And then as you exhale, you're going to come all the way to stand. Everybody's going to take 4 more like this. Absolutely feel free to stay here. Otherwise, this time as you inhale, you're coming down into that floating crescent variation. It's almost like a Dingasana, but lower. And then as you exhale, press to stand, come all the way up to standing. Inhale, send the hips back, bend the left knee, chest comes forward, float the right leg back. And then as you exhale, bring it up to stand. We do 4 more. And then come all the way back up to standing. Release that band. We're going to give the legs a little bit of a break. If you're using one band, bring it down to a low anchor, like around the foot of your couch or your table. Grab your sliders. You could do this without the band if you wanted to. You could also do it without the sliders if you wanted to. You would just step instead of slide. Okay, walk yourself out into a plank pose. I pre-warn you, this is going to be brutal. You're probably going to feel it in your hip flexors. It's really good for handstands, really good for surfers, and really good for your transitions. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to draw both of your knees in towards a bear, and then inhale, slow, control that release. Exhale, engage your lats, engage your hip flexors, engage your abs, pull in. Inhale, slow release. We've got 8 more. Hold it in that bear, and then control the release. That's where the work is. 7 more on your own. I also want to give up. Don't do it. Stay with me. Got 1 more. Beautiful. For the sake of not having to switch our band all the time, we're going to alternate between bridge work and plank work. So you're going to keep the band and the sliders as they are. You're just going to come to lie down on your back. You're going to keep your feet on the sliders. Again, you could do this without a band, and you could do this without sliders. Sometimes it helps to have the band a little bit higher up your legs, or to do like a little figure 8 around your feet to keep those bands on your heels, because sometimes those bands like to slide off. You're going to draw the bands, you're going to draw your heels in towards the glutes, so you've got tension on those bands. Feel your hamstrings engage. Hands can be to the side, or they can be overhead. We're in a bridge pose. As you inhale with slow control, you're going to slide just the right leg out, and then exhale, slide just the right leg in. Inhale, slide just the left leg out. Don't let the right leg move. Exhale, slide it in. We're going to keep alternating for 4 more on each side, and then we're going to go for the double. If you want to make this harder, you take the hands away. You can keep alternating. Otherwise, we're going to slide both feet out and then both feet in at the same time. So as you inhale, slowly slide both feet out, and then keep your butt off the floor the whole time. And then as you exhale, slide both legs in. Yeet. We're just going to do 4 more because these are really hard. You can always pause this and do as many as you like. 1 more. And then slow release. Ow. Roll yourself all the way up to seated. And then we're just going to flip it back over into a plank pose. So keep everything where it is. You're just going to go face down. Feet in the bands, feet on the sliders. You could stay with your tucks like we did before. Otherwise, we're going to come to pikes. So we did all of these, or most of these, in our first little sequence with the sliders. Now we're just making it harder. So take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to draw the feet towards the hands, and then inhale, slow, let them out. Make sure that your mat is not in your way. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, slow, bring it out. You're going to take 8 more as I just sort out my equipment situation here. And then slow release. Walk it back in. We're going to come back onto our backs. So we're going to do more hamstring work. Yay. I won't lie to you, hamstring work is like my least favorite work ever. I find it just ridiculously hard. My hamstrings never seem to get any any stronger. What on earth is going on with my mat here? Sorry, people, having a crisis. Okay, put your feet in, feet on the sliders. Please feel free to start without me and do the same thing that we were doing before while I get my shit together. I try not to procrastinate. Okay, we're gonna come back up into that bridge. We're gonna do like a little frog swim. So you're gonna send both legs out long, and then you're gonna do like a little semicircle out to the side, almost like a breaststroke, and then draw them back in. You might have to ditch the bands for this, depending how heavy your band is. Inhale along, exhale out to the side, and draw it back in. We're only gonna do 5 in each direction. So we've got 3 more this way. And don't worry if this feels awkward. Sometimes getting stronger feels awkward. You're going to slide out long. Now you're going to slide your knees, your heels in towards your butt, and then go out long, or out to the sides in a semicircle. Heels meet in a long position. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, circle it around. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, circle it around. We've got 2 more. Try to keep your butt off the floor. I know it's hard. And then slow release. Roll yourself all the way back up to seated. And then you're going to switch yourself back into your plank. We've only got a couple more of these transitions. I just wanted to get everything out of the way in one fell swoop. So come back to your plank. We're going to take mountain climbers. We're going to do 20 on each leg. So make sure you've got enough resistance, and we're going to do slow. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. We've got 17 more on each side. And then let it go. Walk your hands back to your feet, and then step yourself out of those bands. We're going to come down onto our bellies from here. So I'm going to give those hamstrings a little bit of a break. You're going to have your sliders out in front of you. You could have your hands in the bands if you wanted to, depending on how strong your band is. Otherwise, you could just have your hands on the sliders. I think my band might be too strong, but I'm going to give it a go. You're going to be out nice and long with your hands on the sliders, face down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide the sliders towards you. It's like you're coming up into a seal pose. Lost my band. And then inhale, slow slide out. Exhale, slide it all the way in. Press the hands down. Engage the lats. Press the pubic bone down. Inhale, bring it out. We've got 8 more here. Two more. And then bring it all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck under the toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press all the way back up to plank. downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time, we're coming to the bands and the sliders under the feet in a plank pose. This is the last time, I promise. So situate yourself. We're going to take plank jacks. So as you inhale, the feet will slide out wide. As you exhale, slow control in. Inhale, slide wide. Exhale, control in. 18 more. And then slow walk yourself back up. Roll all the way to standing. You're going to keep your band around that low anchor. You're just going to change how it's positioned. So instead of having two tails, you're going to have one. So make a loop around itself. You're going to have the band around your right foot, the slider underneath your right foot if you're using a band and a slider. Otherwise, you'll just have the slider or just the band. Left foot is planted somewhere not slippery. Oh, the horse is coming to visit. I have no food for you, I'm sorry. Square the hips to the top of the mat. Now my dog is going psycho. Hey! Inhale, you're going to slide that right leg back. And then as you exhale, ground down through the left foot. Engage the right hip flexor. Draw that right foot in. Inhale, slow with control. Come back into your crescent. Exhale, engage your left leg, engage your right hip flexor, bring it back in. We've got 8 more here. I've got my hands to my hips to try and keep them as even as I can, but you can take your hands to wherever is good for you. One more. You're going to keep the band and the slider as they are. You're just going to turn side onto the band. So now we're going to work our inner thigh. Left leg will stay planted. We're coming back into that side lunge. So as you inhale, you're going to send the left hip back, bend into the left knee, let the right leg slide long. And then as you exhale, left leg presses down, right leg drags in all the way back up to standing. Inner thigh on the right, glute on the left. Inhale, slide out into your side lunge. Exhale, draw it all the way back in. We've got 8 more here. One more. And then slow, bring it out. We're going to switch to the other side. So left foot will find the slider and or the band. Right foot will be on the mat. We're squared to the mat like we're coming into crescent. As you inhale, let that left leg slide back. Try and keep the hips even. As you exhale, try and control that right knee. As you engage the glute, draw the left leg forward. Inhale, slide back, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring it forward to stand. 8 more here. 2 more. Keep the foot on the slider, just turn so that you're side on. As you inhale, you bend through the right knee, send that hip back, let the left leg slide out. And then as you exhale, pull against that band, bring yourself all the way to stand. Inhale, slide it out. Exhale, pull it in. 8 more here. One more. And then bring it out. Okay, you're going to move that band to your mid height, whatever that is for you. So it's going to be about in line with your chest. I'm actually going to give you 2 options here. You could come back to what we did before and have the band around the close leg. Otherwise, you're going to have the slider underneath the furthest leg. So much organizing with props, my lord. You're gonna have the slider underneath the furthest leg. The band is going to be at the chest height. Option 1 is to keep it at the chest height. As you inhale, you're going to slide that left leg back, and then exhale, slide it forward. So you want to have enough tension on that band that you feel like it's trying to pull you to the right. Second option would be to come back into that lunge, press the band forward, try and keep it in line with your chest, and then as you exhale, pull everything back into center. It should be hard. Inhale, anti-rotation as you slide that left leg out. Exhale, pull it back into center. We've got 8 more on this side. If you weren't using a band, you could also just come into a twist here. So like we did our open twist in our flow sequence, you could do that with the slider underneath your foot. We're going to leave the slider. We're going to keep this anti-rotation. If you're not using a band, you're going to come into a twisting warrior 3. So it'll almost be like a floating twisted half moon. Otherwise, hands stay at the heart. You're going to hinge forward into your warrior 3. You could stay here, hands at the heart, or you're going to press that band down towards the floor. Try and keep it centered. And then as you exhale, come all the way back up to standing. Inhale, you're either coming to a floating twisted half moon or this anti-rotation warrior 3. Exhale, bring it back up. We've got 8 more wherever you're going. Wherever you're going, you're really working your stability. You're working your obliques. You're working your foot. Got everything going on. One more wherever you are. And then come back to center. We're just going to switch it to the other side. So now the slider will be underneath your right foot or your furthest foot. If you're taking that twist, you're going to twist to the left. If you're taking the anti-rotation, keep those hands towards the chest center. Inhale, you're going to slide the right leg back, hands press forward. Exhale, draw everything into center. Inhale, slide everything away. Exhale, slide everything together. We've got 8 more here. We're going to leave that slider. You're either coming to the twisted half moon or our anti-rotation warrior 3. Hinge forward at the hips. If you're with me, those hands are going to press straight down towards the floor, so try not to let them come to the left. And then as you exhale, pull straight back up to standing. Inhale, bring it all the way down. Further away you are from the anchor point of the band, the harder this will be. Exhale, bring it back up. We've got 8 more. And then I promise we'll bring it down to the floor. I have so much more that I want to do, but I am aware that not everybody wants to do this for 2 hours. So we will start to bring it down, I promise. And then let it go. We're going to come down to kneeling. So we're going to take a little bit of a flow to get there. Let me get my mat, which I discarded off to the side. If you're ahead of me, start doing your Surya Namaskar A. We're going to meet in a downward facing dog to start with. And then from here, you're going to shift forward into a plank pose, drop the knees. Okay, we're going to have our band at chest height kneeling. So probably like a midway anchor point. My lizard. Okie dokie. This is not the band that I want to use, but we're okay. All right, really similar to what we just did. You're going to either keep the band at chest height or you're going to press it out in front of you. If you didn't have a band, you can still do this and it's still hard. You're going to press down through your right shin. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to see if you can slowly float your left foot up. Maybe it hovers, especially if you don't have the band. See if you can let that left foot hover. And then as you exhale, you're either going to step it back down to kneeling or you're going to try and take a baby warrior 3. It's really hard if you're holding on to the band. We're going to take just 4 more. As you inhale, you're going to bring it through. See if you can float that leg. And then as you exhale, you're going to send it back. 3 more. and then bring it back to center. If you wanted to make that super hard, you try lifting the leg that is closest to the band if you're using a band, and that makes it really hard. We're just going to change it to the other direction. So now I'm facing my left side towards the anchor of the band. I'm going to ground down through my left foot, and I'm going to bring my right foot in front of me to hover if I can, or it's in a low lunge. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bring it forward, maybe into a baby warrior 3. You've got 4 more of these wherever you're taking this. And then release that band, come all the way up to kneeling. From here, you're just going to shoot it back either through a vinyasa or straight into your downward dog. Look to the top, step walk or float through to a seat. We have finally made it down onto our back. We are nearly done. Keep your band pretty much where it was. You're going to align yourself so that when you're lying on your back, your hands are going to be directly above the center of your chest, and that band is perpendicular to its anchor point. So it's not pulling on an angle either way. It's directly perpendicular, and your hands are directly above your chest. Far enough away that it feels like it's pulling you towards the band. Step 1 would just be to alternate floating one leg into the chest and then the other leg into the chest. Harder would be to float both legs up into tabletop. Try and keep both sides of the rib cage, shoulders and pelvis down on the floor evenly. And then tap the left toes. Exhale it in. Inhale, tap the right toes. Exhale it in. Inhale, tap left. Exhale it in. Inhale, tap right. Exhale it in. If you want to make this harder still, your hands will reach overhead as you drop one of your feet, or as you alternate dropping your feet. This should feel pretty damn hard. Four more each side. And then slow release. You're just going to turn yourself around so that you're facing the other side. I nearly just kicked my watch into the horse field. That would not have been fun. So set yourself up. Go where you want to go. And then we're going to do 10 toe taps or 10 leg lifts on each side whenever you're ready. And then release that band. If you had it, draw the knees in towards the chest. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Bring the hands out to capital T. Take your favorite spinal twist. And then bring it to the other side. Come up through center, take a reclined pigeon, a figure four bridge. You could come up to seated and take your favorite hip opener. And then change it to the other side. Slow, bring it down, draw the knees in towards the chest, take any other final stretches or movements that you need to. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Big open mouth exhale. Come into your final resting position. As always, please stay here for as long as what serves you. Thank you so much for practicing and having patience with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you be calm in your thoughts, kind in your words, and peaceful in your heart. Namaste.